There's only one thing to do.
Drop it. Yeah.
Hey, it's RobotnikIsSexy. What do you know? You're getting an extra Wi-Fi battle this week. I hope that makes you happy. And I really need to finish this game. Oops, I pressed the B button. I do this every time. I just can't. Yeah. So, I had a pretty awesome match with Jackkkkkkk3, 7Ks and a 3. He is a fairly well-known YouTuber at this point. I really like him because he uses basically whatever he wants and never use, which is my favorite tier. I mean, if you are a real RobotnikIsSexy, and you will have seen me fighting him already, so, but you know, in case this is the first time you've ever heard of him, definitely go check him out. He is more than worth a sub. He is really good. And this is going to be a Yu-Yu match. We had it earlier this afternoon, I think. And he even like mocked up a really awesome team preview thing that I will put right here, so you can probably see it already. But anyway, let's get on with this match. There's Jacques. Jacques' gonna come out. I'm gonna leave with Hanukkah Bush because you know, I thought about it for a long time and I thought it was the best thing. The Mineshao lead is really obvious. I'm just going to protect just in case he is scarfed. But he goes for a fake out, which right away reveals to me that he is not scarfed. Now I'm going to switch out and spin to win. Probably should have led with this guy, because it might have given me an advantage, because the Mineshao lead is so obvious. It really would have been a lot better to lead with Hitmontop, but I didn't, because I'm awesome like that. It also would have benefited Hitmontop, because he wouldn't have taken hail damage, but whatever. Que sera, sera, whatever will be. He's gonna go into Gligar, and I'm just gonna do the real obvious play, go into Xatu. Gligar cannot do a single damn thing to Xatu except knock off my item, which happens to be Light Clay. That's kinda okay with me, as long as I prevent Stealth Rocks from coming up. Pocahontas, the Xatu, has pretty much done its job. And I'm gonna make the wrong move, get up the wrong screen. I thought that he would probably switch into Weavile, use Choice Banded Pursuit or something, but instead he goes into this thing. Now, I really have no choice but to stay in and take it, and the fact that I live that overheat pretty much shows me that he is Choice Scarfed. But me being an idiot, I didn't pick up on this until way later, because, you know, that's just how I do. So I'm just going to U-turn the Nidoking here, knowing that with the special attack drop, there's no way he's going to want to stay in. Although it probably would have been really good for him to stay in and go for an overheat. But he's probably fearing the poison attack that I don't carry. I carry Fire Blast, Blizzard, Earth Power, and Focus Blast. And yeah, I'm going to score a really unfortunate critical hit on that Roserade. Definitely mattered. I think it only would have done 62%. And he really likes to use Scarf Roserade and like high speed, high special attack Roserade raids, so that definitely would have posed a huge problem to my team. But you know, it's classic Jack. Actually, every time I've seen that Roserade, I've crit it 2 out of 2 times. The last battle he used a Roserade in, I crit it as well. And but here the Reflect is going to help me because I was kind of wary of that Weavile. He does have a Life Orb, so I can switch up moves as I go for the Surf. and it does a nice amount of damage. I mean, should he want to stay in, which of course he won't, Surf will take him out, so I'm pretty much free to switch into whatever I want, but because I play so obvious and open book, I think I am just going to stay in and go for a Surf. Just because, I don't know, I mean, the Empoleon switch was so obvious, but I didn't really want to switch out into Nidoking in case he predicted that and used Ice Punch or something, I don't know. All of these turns are really, really uptight and really high prediction levels going on, because it's like, Nidoking threatens his whole team, but at the same time he has a lot to hit Nidoking, so I can't just switch into it whenever I want. Now, I'm just going to go into Xatu again in case he wants to set up Stealth Rocks, because of that really poor damage I did to Empoleon that pretty much reveals it is a bulky special defensive type Empoleon. Also, it's carrying leftovers, and, you know, even if he does kill me, like he does, it's a really good death fodder, so that's good. And I get a free switch into Ice King, the Nidoking, and I can Focus Blast whatever I want, and of course I'm going to miss it, perhaps making up for the crit, but probably not, because crits suck. Massive Pingus. So, now I've got a death fodder, Hanukkah Bush, which, you know, Snover is really good death fodder, and that's pretty much all Snover does, but if you've seen a lot of my Hail UU videos, I like to Leech Seed stall fire types, and it's really, really funny, especially Victini. And that Snover is actually, like, taken out a couple Victinis in the past. That is pretty freaking crazy. So, similar situation is going to happen. His special attack is lowered, and I had a free switch into Nidoking, so I can pretty much hit whatever I want. And I'm going to go for the Focus Blast again, because it hits everything for pretty good damage, and I am going to land it this time. Had I missed that Focus Blast, that would have really, really sucked, and there probably wouldn't have been much I could do about it. I guess I would have had to go into Walrein or Hitmontop, you know, but I had stuff to take it, and Walrein is at decent health, and, you know, I just have so much overconfidence in Walrein that I thought that was Specs damage, because I live in a fantasy world. That doesn't make sense. If that was Specs damage, Walrein would be gone. But, you know, I like to lie to myself constantly, so I'm like, Walrein, you're such a beast, you took that Specs overheat like a champ. But that's definitely a Scarf, and I surprisingly am not going to do the same mistake twice. The switch into Empoleon is quite predictable, so I'm going to switch into Nidoking now. Now, I really need to fire off an Earth Power, because Empoleon threatens my team real bad. But yeah, the Earth Power is so predictable, but, I mean, even if he does switch into Gligar, or, well, I want him to switch into Gligar, because I am packing Blizzard, but in case he switches into something else, yeah, I don't know, even if he predicts that, I will have scared out Empoleon, but instead what happens is a Western-style standoff where we both hit each other and then go down. So that is a pretty sweet level down. There's like a tumbleweed bouncing around in the distance, and I get a free switch into Ugu-chan. He only has 3 Pokemon left. 2 of them are threatened by Ugu-chan, so of course he's going to leave with Rotom. Probably should have seen that coming, but I do have a decently health Bananas in the wings, and I know I can take an Overheat should he want to go for it. I was really afraid he was going to go for Volt Switch. It probably wouldn't have killed me. It probably would have done a similar amount of damage, actually. But had he used Volt Switch there, some hijinks might have happened. Maybe he would have gone into Mind Shell and started, you know, threatening my stuff. But instead of stalling, I'm just going to go for Surf straight away, and I'm going to land another bullshit crit, which is really dumb, but at the same time, it really doesn't matter, because I can take anything Gligar wants to do. If you want to put up Stealth Rocks, I really don't care at this point, and Surf would have 2-hit KO'd you anyway. I mean, if you want to use Toxic, I don't care. Walrein is basically death fodder right now, because all I want to do is get in Ugu-chan, the Scarf, Modest Glaceon, and fire off the Blizzard, because I know Scarf, Modest Glaceon outspeeds top speed of Mind Shao. And I know that Mind Shao doesn't like taking those blizzards. So, right here, I really should have gone for Protect, but I thought it was way too obvious. and it would use. I thought he would use U-turn, predicting me to protect, because had I used protect, he would have almost killed himself. But I guess he predicted my prediction. I'm not really sure what went through his head, but it really works out for him there. But I still have Glaceon with the scarf in my back pocket. I can send that guy out, use a blizzard, easily take out my shell, and all he has left is a Scarf Rotom, who is going to fire off an overheat, and it's only at this point that I realize that it is Scarf, because I am real slow in the uptake. But I know from experience that Rotom usually takes like 44% from modest blizzards from Glaceon. Like, Rotom does not take it well at all, so had he wanted to switch into a blizzard, it would have worked out for me that way too. So I pretty much kind of have the game on lockdown, and I really have it on lockdown now because I've got a full health Hitmon top, and I was thinking, come on, Justice Jack crit, because he would have won if he had critical hit me with overheat, but ends up that doesn't happen, and I instead crit him with close combat, which is, you know, number 2 useless crit for the match. But geez, that Jack luck really sucks. The only one that definitely mattered was the crit on Roserade, of course. The other 2 were senseless assault and the wound crits, but yeah. My opponent, Jackkkkkkk3. Go check him out if you enjoyed this battle. Please leave a like rating and a comment. It would make me feel all warm and fuzzy. And yeah, I will see you later, YouTube.